What up, tubers? Welcome back to another sealed early access Duskmourn here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Another early access event courtesy of Wizards. We're gonna jump right into this sealed pool and open. We hope we got some good ones. Gonna be doing a lot of reading, I think. All right, we've opened 2 Leyline of the Void. Don't have to read those. I know those aren't going to be useful in Limited. KAITO, Bane of Nightmares. A ninjutsu planeswalker. 4 mana, 4 loyalty. During your turn, as long as KAITO has 1 or more loyalty counters, he's a 3/4 ninja creature and has hexproof. +1 emblem. Ninjas you control get +1/+1. Surveil 2 for 0. Then draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn. -2, tap a creature, put 2 stun counters on it. Okay. Doesn't look insane, but it is certainly good. Marvin, Murderous Mimic. That is a creepy art. 2/2 for 2. Has all activated abilities of creatures you controlled that don't have the same name as this creature. That is some constructed fodder. Marina Vendrell's Grimoire. 6 mana, enters. If you cast it, draw 5. You have no maximum hand size and don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. Whenever you lose life, discard that many cards. Then if you have no cards in hand, you lose the game. Oh, this card is pretty bad, right? Yeah, that card's pretty bad. There would be some cool scenarios where I would play it, and I'll probably end up playing it just to try it for fun, but that card looks terrible. Rip Spawn Hunter, 4 mana, 4/4 survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Hunter is tapped, reveal the top X cards of your library where X is its power. Put any number of creatures and or vehicles with different powers from among them into your hand for the rest. There are ways to tap your own creatures, like Convoke and stuff. That seems decent. I mean, if you can get it on board and you're ahead and can attack with like combat tricks, that's just a lot of value. Undead Spinner, 2/2 trample haste. You may cast it from your graveyard if a non-zombie creature died this turn. If you do, it enters with a 1/1 counter on it. That's not bad. Demonic Council, search your library for a demon, reveal it, put it in your hand, or if you have Delirium, search. It's just Demonic Tutor if you have Delirium. Flood Farm Verge. Add a white or add blue if you control a plains or an island. Some cool duels. All right, the rares there weren't very good. Let's take a peek at the rest of the pool. Ethereal Armor is a nice reprint. There is a huge enchantment theme in the format, so this can be a really good 1 mana pump effect. Don't particularly think Goat is good, though there are some synergies with counters and with discarding. 2/2 for 2 that can turn into a flyer. Exercise. Exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. That card's good. When this enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0, has lifelink and ward. That's very good for 2 mana. Holy crap. 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock, it gains lifelink. That's not bad. There's also a life gain theme in this format. 3 mana, 4/3 double strike. It enters with 2 1/1 counters on it if you cast it from your hand. So it's a 3 mana 2/1 double strike that can get bigger. That's not terrible. 4 mana 2/4 flying that gives something +2/+4 until end of turn. 4 mana 2/2 that Manifest Dread. Manifest Dread is look at the top 2, put one of them down on the battlefield face down, and then you can flip it if it's a creature. Grand Entryway is decent. Fear of Abduction. That is another... Man, the art in this set is going to be nightmare fuel. 6 mana, 5/5 flyer. As an additional cost, exile a creature you control. Enters, exile target creature an opponent controls. When it leaves, put each exiled card into its owner's hand. I mean, that's still pretty good. This turns a creature into an 0/2, and if it is a face down, it can't be turned up. 2 mana, 2/1, add a blue, spend only to cast an enchantment, unlock a door, or turn a permanent face up. That's not terrible. Tap Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature doesn't untap. Shuffle Enchanted Creature into its owner's library, then manifest Dread. Oh, that's really good. A removal spell that later on you can turn into a 2/2. 3 mana, 1/3 flying vigilance. That gets pumped whenever an enchantment enters. It's maybe just okay. Counter a spell or manifest dread. That's good. Modal spell for 3 mana. Draw 2 cards, make a 1/1. That's good too. Target non-land permanent's owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library, surveil 1. That's okay. 1 mana to surveil 2, and then 4 mana to manifest and put a 1/1 counter on. Okay, that's not bad. All the land cyclers are back, or rather, land cyclers are back. These are all new ones, and all of them are still very solid. Bad mind control is still mind control. What is Meat Locker? When you unlock it, tap up to 1 target creature, put 2 stun counters on it. When you unlock it, draw 3, then discard. All right. Not a bad card. A lockdown effect into a draw 3, discard 1. Cynical Loner. Can't be blocked by Glimmers, which are the 1/1 enchantment creatures. Beginning of your second main, if it's tapped, you may search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. Maybe playable. Target creature gets +2/+2, gains lifelink until end of turn for 2 mana. That's not terrible. Innocuous Rat. 1/1 for 2. Manifest Dread when it dies. Not bad. Easier to cast Sorin's Thirst. Or Vicious Hunger back in the day. Killer's Mask. Enters, manifest Dread, then attach Killer's Mask to that creature. Equipped creature has Menace. So it's a 3 mana 2/2 Menace. And the equip is just Menace. That doesn't seem very good to me. 4 mana, each player discards. If you discard it, you draw. That's not bad. Let's play a game. Choose one. If there are 4 or more card types, choose 1 or more instead. Creatures your opponent control get -1. Each opponent discards 2. Each opponent loses 3, and you gain 3. That's pretty decent. Swamp Cycler's great. Derelict Attic. When you unlock it, you draw 2 and you lose 2 for 3. And then whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 and gains Death Touch. If that was lifelink, I think this card would be good. It's probably not terrible, though. 7 mana, 6/5 flying. Additional cost, sack a creature enchantment. 6/5 flying trample, rather, whatever I said. When it enters, each opponent sacrifices a non-token enchantment, then sacrifices a non-token creature. Oh, that card's great. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains first strike. If there are 4 more cards, it gains double. It's a fine trick. 2 mana for 5 damage. 4 mana for 5 damage at instant speed. Or you sack a creature enchantment. That's fine. 2 mana 2/2 that does stuff with Delirium. Oh, Scorching Dragonfire reprint. I know that one. That one's good. 3 mana 1/4. It gets +3/+0 as long as there are 2 or more unlocked doors among rooms. Maybe. 2/3 that gets bigger when you have creature with power 2 or less enter. 4 mana 2/3. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock, gets +2/+0. When it dies, it deals. Oh, that's good. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. 4 mana 2/4. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike. Whenever you attack with any creature, it doesn't even have to be this. That's not bad. 6 mana 4/4 deals 4 damage to the opponent when it enters. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, if there are 4 more, it deals that amount of damage to target. Whoa! So if you have Delirium, this deals 4 damage to an opponent and 4 damage to a creature for 6. That's really high upside. 4 damage to target creature and opponent controls for 3 mana, and then at the beginning of your end step, this room does 1 damage to each opponent. So 3 mana, 4 damage, and then later on in the game, if you have nothing to do with 5 mana, you can just start pinging your opponent. It's not terrible. 3 mana Manifest Dread. 6 mana, whenever you attack, target attacking creature gains double strike. That's actually pretty good. 2 mana 2/2, beginning of your second main. If it's tapped, reveal cards until you reveal a land. Put that card in your hand. That's very good. Literally Manifest Dread. Oh, this is the punch that you can do from hand. Yeah, that card's really good too. 2 mana 0/4 that adds 1 mana or adds 2 mana for fate. Oh, that's good. 3 mana 2/3 vigilance. Whenever a face down permanent you control enters, and whenever it inspect or another permanent you control is turn face up. That's very good too. Wait, whenever a face down permanent you control enters, and whenever this or another permanent you control is turn face up. Oh, so if you've manifested it, then it turns into a 3/4. I see. 3 mana 4/2 with reach. When it dies, you gain 2. That seems kind of filler, but it is an enchantment creature. 5 mana 5/4 that manifests when it dies. That's good. 3 mana, search your library for a basic land, put on the battlefield tapped. 6 mana, manifest dread, then put 3 counter. Oh, so it's a 3 mana ramp into a 6 mana 5/5 manifest. That's decent. Enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less. Unlock costs you pay cost 1 less. That's good. There's the KAITO, Sprinter. Make 3 1/1 gremlins. Gremlins you control gain menace, lifelink, and haste until end of turn. That's pretty good. Baseball bat. When it enters, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap up to 1 target creature. Hey, that's good. Especially with all the self tapping you want, right? Like tapping your own rip spawn and attacking with something else. Beginning of your end step, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card unless a permanent entered the battlefield face down under your control this turn, or you turn to permanent. Wait, but at the worst case scenario, it loots? That's great. You may look at face down creatures your opponent controls anytime, sack it, surveil to draw a card. Probably not. All right, we have quite a few lands for fixers. I doubt we're going to run Marvin, but you never know. One of those, basically every single card these days are playable. So how do we build this? Well, similar to my last sealed pool I did yesterday, kind of just want to play my best cards, but this deck doesn't actually have, or rather this pool didn't actually have all that many quote-unquote best cards. The 2 bookworms are super interesting. Is my black good enough just to force KAITO? There's a lot of manifesting in the blue-black. I don't think the red was that good except for some burn spells. I'm gonna say this again, and I say it for every early access. I'm more interested in just building a cool deck and getting to the games than trying to build the perfect deck immediately. I think I might go like blue-green splash, white, and maybe splashing black. Blue-green splashing KAITO, blue-green splashing rip. Why not, right? At the very least, let's cut the red to start. Because we have some good fixing in green, too. We have the Cartographer. We have the Zealot. The Looters are good ways to fix. Moldering Gym fixes. We have, I have some Land Cyclers. Actually, I have both a blue and a black Land Cycler. I mean, it sucks that I don't get to play the Vile Mutilator because this card's pretty stupid. Maybe I should splash a double black card. I guess I could go green, black, splashing blue, white. Rip Spawn's probably not worth splashing. Unless you have ways to self-tap, right? We do have some easy white fixing, though. Let's just cut the white. Uh, yeah. All right. Cut the black. Cut the rip. Blue-green splashing black would give us access to murky sewer for fixing. So we need to cut how many cards here if this is what we're doing? How many cards are actually good with this? All activated abilities of creatures you control that don't have the same name as this creature. Activated abilities. So we have Mana Dorks, Creeping Peepers. Oh, we don't have enough enchantments for the erratic. I don't think those 4/2s are all that good. Yeah, so Marvin's probably a cut here. Cycling. When you unlock it, tap up. This card's fine. Creature count looks low, but I have a bunch of manifest, right? So we're like some blue-green face-down deck. This looks bad to me. Why am I trying to go all in on Oblivious Bookworms? Maybe my pool doesn't have a much better option. Could go like green-white enchantments or something. Green-white tap enchantments. How do I tap my own creatures all that frequently, though? I don't think I can. Except with, like, the bat. Oh, come on, Kenji. You said you wanted to play the games quickly, but now you're spending too much time building a deck. Just go green-white with the bat and the rip. Cut the blue. Say F the Oblivious. This Vile Mutilator is so good. Is this a demon too? It is a demon. Huh. I'm going to have to pause real quick, but we'll come back to deck building in a moment. All right, sorry about that. Had to go deal with some baby stuff. I've just decided I'm just going to go straight up blue-black. And let's see how that does, huh? Just find all the playable blue-black cards and basically throw them in. Yeah, Derelict Addict for sure wants to come in as well. Should we run 16 land? I think so. It's probably fine, right? We have 2 different land cyclers. Yeah, so we'll get the Duel and the Expanse. Let's just get to playing games. Spent enough time dilly-dallying trying to build the deck. Let's put the KAITO in, let's put the blue-black cards in, and let's go to business, shall we? Alright, here we go. Game on. Alright, looks like a fine opener. Opponents debating on a Mulliganarino. We'll keep our 7. Yeah, there is a small chance we could get turn 3 KAITO here. With a turn 2 creature, though I'd be surprised if it was able to connect. Or rather, go unblocked on turn 3, you know? Alright. Cheerleader turn 1, or turn 2. So this gains flying if it's tapped on second main. So if they attack, for example, and I don't block, it's going to become a 2/2 flyer. I guess we'll just trade then. This doesn't particularly help my hand right now. All right, they've got the Killer's Mask. Lock down their Mana Fist for a little bit. They have their own KAITO, but they're on the play. Oh, well, that sucks.
Out of the shadows and into the fray.
They're gonna go for the Surveil.
Sharp as my sword.
Well, that's really annoying, isn't it? I guess with them only have two cards left in their hand. Am I supposed to just make them discard 2? But then the KAITO is going to start getting them value, so I guess I play my own KAITO here and then uptick it.
Ha! I love a dramatic entrance. I thrive in the dark.
Oh, what? They get to kill my KAITO with theirs now. Boo. Yeah, and just like that, we're probably dead.
I
Sheesh.
need more intel.
That's brutal.
I've
Just gonna
got
go
you
for
beat
Surveil
6 different
again.
ways.
Alright, good beats. Sacrifices a non-token enchantment, then sacrifices a non-token creature. Yeah, that really doesn't do much here. Guess we'll just draw 3 and hope to find something. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty dead. They've been to murder. I guess they don't have double black yet,
I've
but...
trained with the best.
Glimmer Seeker... Guess I go Rat Pass. Try to flash out the appendage. Yeah, this is all sorts of bad, though. Actually, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I guess I do need a block, don't I? We can always just sack the meat locker now.
Your
So we get to
secret
surveil 2, then draw. Give in to violence. Well, it didn't even draw a land for the mutilator anyway, so... Alright, well, we got kind of crushed there. Being on the play with their own KAITO before mine was a little bit too brutal, so GG's. Go next. Alright, let's go on to the next game with our blue-black Planeswalker deck. How are we looking here? You can have your second mains if it's tapped. You may search lever for card put in your graveyard. Yeah, I mean, it's a keep. It's not very good. Wonder if I should actually be playing the blue-green deck and just splashing the KAITO after all. I mean, again, I have like good fixing and stuff too, so it wouldn't even be that hard. Yeah, we'll give it one more chance. If I start 0-2, we'll definitely swap. If I win this game, maybe I keep playing it as is. Alright, so we can search your library for a card, put it into our graveyard, then shuffle. I don't think we have any card that can come back for the graveyard, so we just want to start putting cards we don't want to draw at this point. Like a land is not terrible to throw in the graveyard, right? Because that helps with Delirium and we don't need to draw it later. Alright, 3/3 that can turn into a lifelinker. I think we just offer a trade here. They don't take it, great. Let's go ahead and put... I guess now I want to draw a land, so let's just put like one of these random 2-drop creatures into our graveyard. I might just need to cycle one of these things, but we are holding up a twist reality here. During Innocence, 3 mana, 2/1 lifelink. Whenever one or more other creatures you control with power 2 or less enter, you draw a card. When it dies, if it was a creature, return to the battlefield under... Yeah, this is just a counter. Easy counter. So it seems like there's a cycle of these cards that can come back. Alright, let's swing in for 3. Now what do we want to put in our graveyard? Probably don't need to draw that instant. And let's go ahead and island cycle away the Megalodon. And turn off their cult healer so that we don't let them have lifelink next turn, potentially. Two vigilance whenever it attacks, surveil 1. Alright, the loner's finally gonna die. 6/5 with a ward cost of discarding a card. I mean, they have a ton of cards in their hand. If they just do have a removal spell for my Snatcher here, we're in pretty bad shape, I feel like. Like, yeah, we get a 2-for-1, but it isn't that exciting. Destroy a creature or enchantment. What was that? You lose 2 life? It's a good 3-mana spell. And they're gonna get rid of my enchant. Okay. Well, that was a great draw. When you unlock this, surveil 2, then when you unlock the other side, manifest. Sweet, so we want to... I think we want to lead with the Slimy. And then surveil. Okay, don't need either of those. Let's see, 5-mana 5/5. Whenever it attacks, if defending player controls no Glimmer creatures, it gains Menace Death Touch. So I guess we'll go ahead and just steal that. So it's just a 2/5, no abilities again. Looks like enchantment removal in this format, like even the domination, are kind of bad actually, because there are so many ways to remove enchantments, you know? I kind of don't want to let them... Like, if this was 5 damage, I would have attacked, but 2 damage is not worth it when that would let them surveil. Ah, that's not good. At least it's something. I think we're just gonna chump the 4 and hope to manifest something good. Instead of blocking the 2/2 and eating it. Not great. Beginning of your second main, if it's tapped, exile a card from a graveyard. As long as there are 3 or more cards exiled with it, it gets +3/+3 and has hexproof. What the heck? Jeez. And now we're starting to flood out. Gross. Okay, this is a good one, right? Yeah, excellent. Draw 2, lose 2. There's Mr. KAITO. Good.
The house housewarming
And do we want
party
to
has
tap their
arrived.
creature and put a stun counter on it? I think we want to uptick here and put him to 5 loyalty.
I just hate a fair fight.
Sack a creature enchantment to exile target creature. So be it. It's not the worst case scenario. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and block like this and trade with their fear. Keep KAITO healthy.
Not how I die.
Nice. All right, so now let's tick this up, or rather unlock it. Attack for 5, and then surveil 2, draw a card. Since now they've lost life. Ooh, excellent ones.
My eyes are as
Very,
sharp
very
as my
good.
sword.
I guess this doesn't actually do that much right now, but oh, it's still good to have. It's still good to have access to, I guess. And we have enough mana to cast the 7-drop plus this next turn.
Can't give in.
What the hell is this card? Whenever this enters or attacks, create 2 1/1 white flyers. If you cast a spell for its impending cost, it ends with 4 time counters and isn't a creature until the last is removed. The end step removed. Holy smokes. Well, good thing we kept this. Sacrifices a non-token enchantment, then sacrifices a non-token. Oh, they have to lose both of those if we do this. Nice. The perfects. Good thing we kept that other card on top. Oh, I guess it was those 2 ones were tokens anyways, but dude, this Vile Mutilator is sick. Good beats.
Never underestimate
Whew.
skills.
Yeah, Vile Mutilator is like an uncommon bomb almost, I'd say. Alright, well, we did win with this, so we're not going to pivot yet. Again, once I get to 2 losses, I'll move to the blue-green deck, I think. But for now, if we keep winning, we'll keep this deck going. God, I'm pretty concerned about all of these enchantment removal spells, but it is what it is. Flesh Burrower. Whenever it attacks on the target creature you control, gains Death Touch until end of turn. Okay. Two mana 2/2 just with pure upside. Where are the bears, man? Where are the grizzly bears these days? I don't think I'm supposed to block here. Or 2 reach that gains 2. Alright, we have a way to kill that. Let's go ahead and kill it. Attack for 3. Put one of those 2/1s that we don't want in the graveyard. And go ahead and try to find some lands with the surveil. Yeah, I think I'll keep both. Remember, I can always unlock the slimy aquarium if I want to not draw that second island next turn too. Oh man, it's been a long day already, and yeah, gonna keep trying to grind these events before the early access goes down. This is only the second one I've recorded / second one I've played, so. Wicker Folk Thresher, 4 mana, 5/4. Whenever it attacks, if you have Delirium, look at the top card. If it's a land, put it on the battlefield. If you don't, put it into hand battlefield. Wow, that card's just great. Card is just very good. 4 mana, 5/4 that does that ability is kind of sick. Let's not search since I know I have a land on top. Okay, they're gonna island cycle. I can pay 6 mana to shuffle that thing back in and manifest. Can you manifest a KAITO and flip a KAITO, I wonder? Does that work? What is the wording of KAITO? During your turn, as long as KAITO has 1 or more loyalty, he's a ninja. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, you can only flip up creatures. All right, let's put that other creeping peeper in the graveyard. My options here are to unlock or just pass, and since unlocking gets around counter magic, I think we're just going to do this. Okay. Exile and enchantment. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Pretty sure enchantment removal in this format is just bad beats. They do not have Delirium yet. Okay, they do now, which means they get to look at the top card and either put it on the battlefield if it's a land, or just simply draw it. Man. Gross. Last card in their hand. Kona Rescue Beastie. Beginning of your second main, if it's tapped, you may put a permanent from your hand onto the battlefield. Alright, that's not super relevant. Not at this point in the game, anyways. The Mind Skinner. Can't be blocked. If a source you control would deal damage to an opponent, prevent that damage, and each opponent mills that many... What the heck? Man. We really want them to hit another land off of that Thresher, otherwise they can put it on the battlefield with Kona. Okay, good. Yeah, I think I have to trade here, right? So I only go down to 8, but... Oh! One of the worst draws. Yikes. Because I'm 1 mana short of casting it, and it makes it so I don't have anything to do. Gross. Good beats. Jeez, and our opponent's just ripping hot. I mean, they did have a couple activations. Alright, GG. We'll scoop it up there and go build that blue-green deck and swap things up a little bit. At least we got to play KAITO a little. And actually, we're still going to be splashing for the KAITO. So let's cut all of that black. And we're going to go into a blue-green manifest deck. Let's see. Cartographer, yes, manifest that. 2 bookworms. 24 cards. We're gonna run. Yeah, we have what, 2 land cyclers. So that should be fine. Sewer, Terramorphic. 1 swamp should be sufficient. Let's go. Try out a Sultai brew instead. Blue-green base instead of blue-black base. Still get to play KAITO. I guess I keep it. Cheap removal, and then a counter on 3. But again, 2 different enchantment removal spells, so not my favorite. Ah, this board is too busy. I love the different boards that you can have, but I wish you had the option to just turn it off, you know? Hello, they say. Hello, I say back. Alright, Monstrous was good when we have Megalodon. That's 5 damage for 2 mana. 3/3 haste. Whenever is dealt damage, deals that much damage to any other target. If a player is dealt damage, they can't gain life for the rest of the game. But it has to be via that mode. Bookworm, you're a little late to the party. Alright, at the beginning of your end step, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a permanent. Oh wait, if you do, discard a card unless a permanent entered. Okay, blah blah blah. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, you're just generally supposed to loot no matter what. Are they gonna get rid of my bookworm, or are they gonna get rid of the... That's fine. Sure, I'll take 3. Guess I'll discard the Dread. Oh, actually, no. I want to discard the Forest because Manifest Dread is really nice with the Bookworm. I only have 1 green source, though, so I need to draw another land. I just need a cycled in Megalodon here, too. Okay, so they're going to kill my value card. That's fine. They don't have many cards left in their hand. I could actually just pass here if I wanted and hold up the counter now. I think that might be a little bit better. Four cards in hand, 4 mana pass. Is this sorcery? Yeah, sorcery. Let's just go with the creep and peep and then hold up reality. Beginning of your end step, this room deals 1 damage to each opponent. When you unlock it, it deals 4 damage to target. Okay, so that's a counter to me. And we slam dunk the Megalodon. Five, 7, Vig. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untapped, it gains haste. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. Okay. So just as a blocker, I think they forgot I have the ability to shuffle it away. Sweet. Yeah, that had to be a mistake. Turn inside out. Target creature gets +3/+0 until end of turn. What did it do? When it dies, manifest dread. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying and becomes a horror enchantment creature. And wow, there are some strong tricks in this format. I'm glad our opponent showed us that. Just for future knowledge. Cool. Okay, hey, a second win. That's nice. Let's see if we can get a couple more. I think my game plan is to record a video up until 1 hour, regardless of record. As we have on the draw, I don't know if this is a hand I can keep. Yeah, I mean, it's got perfect mana, but it doesn't do anything. That's so much better. Nice. Actually, this is a turn 2 Zealot, turn 3 Kaito. That's real good. If only we were on the play. Fear of Surveillance. All right. 2/2 Vig whenever it attacks Surveil 1. Two mana only to spend on face up. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to block here. It's just a free attack for them. Plus they get the surveil value anyways. We did just see that +2/+2 trick though. Alright, now I cannot just run out the Kaito. It's too bad. So let's go Inspector, Terramorphic, pass. Yeah, this game would have been super easy on the play. I would have gone turn 2 Zealot, they go turn 2 Fear of Surveillance. I go turn 3 Kaito, and they are just in an awful spot. Ethereal Armor. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Ethereal Armor, real good in this format. I am taking 5. This is one of those formats where enchantment removal is just so good. Rather, removal that hits enchantments, not enchantment removal. 3 mana, Manifest Dread, creature gains flying. That's not too bad. Feeling very dead here. Huge first striker, a flying equipment. We have no removal, and we were on the draw, so lots of problematic effects. I guess I'm going to take 7. They get to keep surveilling. All right, 2/2 that manifests another 2/2. Well, technically the 5/7 was a really good draw, but again, they can just move the flying equipment over, and we're kind of boned, so. Actually, am I just dead on board? I am just dead, right? Block, 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 take 8 if they see the play. Will they find the line? Every second that passes is another second that they're probably seeing it. All right, you got me. GG's. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, again, I didn't build this pool correctly, but don't think the pool is very good anyways. But hey, getting some more play experience, that's all that really matters to me. So, as always, friends, thanks for watching. They can't all be winners. We'll see you back next time for some more Duskmourn. Bye-bye.